All right, so let's get to the last leg of this, which will be like the penultimate for your yields are going higher thesis, and that's job cuts across banks. They're nearing 60,000. I know it's going to be a big surprise, but a lot of them are most of them in European banks.
90% of them, according to this Bloomberg story. 90% of that. That's, I guess, no surprise. But I've got to say, the U.S. banks, the only one we've really seen kind of a sweeping job cut number from is Citigroup. In terms of their trading desks, they're hiring in other places. We're seeing a lot of retirements on Wall Street this year also. So the thing is, let's pair that off
like
a little
job
bit.
Cuts versus like, why don't you just go take your retirement?
Yeah, retirement's done, you're highly paid.
There you go, bye-bye.
There are a lot of those going around, and so, you know, there are a lot of jobs in aggregate lost. Let's talk about job cuts, but also bonuses are going to be down and pay is a lot lower than it used to be.
So this like adds fuel to your fire, right? Because if you have rates that are going to go higher, and you also have banks that are now super lean in Europe, like that's a positive for you.
Yeah, this is the rationalization that Europe was 7 or 8 years late on, that the U.S. responded to, you know, really in the wake of the financial crisis. And that's why you're seeing the headlines out of Europe, because for the most part, you know, obviously managing directors in, you know, of a certain age or what have you are going to retire as a matter of course. But this is really very specific to the fact that Europe realizes it needs to play structural catch-up.
But the question is, are you too lean to grow? So like, yes, it's good to reduce costs, like your bottom line, et cetera, great, but if you can't grow, you can't compete then with the U.S. guys, that's where the problem lies.
Well, check it out. After Commerzbank and Deutsche Bank, after their merger ended up falling through, both of them announced massive job cuts, thousands and thousands. Commerzbank's more than 4,000 is out of 41,000 front office employees, so.
There you go, hard to grow.
Big numbers.
Do you have a favorite? Like area, like, or is it just universal?
The valuations are so depressed, you know, again, arguably because of the dynamics of interest rates, but you really could, you know, look at just about anywhere across Europe.